So here's the backstory for this show on mental health. You know, our number one shows that people watch, especially online, are our shows on mental health. It's a big one. And I think what I'm I wouldn't say excited about, what I'm encouraged about is more and more people are talking about it. When I was growing up, no one talked about mental health or mental illness or mental health challenges. No one really talked about depression. Nobody ever talked about those things when I was growing up because it was this huge taboo and there was a stigma attached to it. And so, you know, my heart and the purpose of See Hear Love is to share honest conversations and to bring topics to the forefront in discussion that matter and that people can learn from. And in it, talk about our own faith within it. So what I love about this show is that Dr. Mary, Stephen, Brett, and Carla all share their personal stories about mental health challenges. And so it was a really great show because we got to share, and also for me, for the first time on See Hear Love, I shared about my depression story. And I've shared about it when I go and speak across Canada at women's conferences and retreats, but I've never really fully fleshed it out and talked about my own journey with depression, really situational depression or circumstantial depression that I have to be always aware of even to this day. And so we share our personal stories about it. And then we also talk about what are steps in recovery. What was really fascinating, as you'll hear in the show, is that there's not a quick fix and everything changes, but it is a journey, and there's some honest conversations and things we have to do. We have to make choices to be healthy. There's intentionality. And in the show, you're going to hear tips on things that each one of us has done and is doing to ensure that we are healthy. The thing, too, of what I love about this show and a bit of the backstory is that I'm so tired of the stigma that is around mental health, that people still, 2/3, I was reading in a report, do not talk about or get help with mental health challenges or mental illness because they don't want the stigma. They don't want people to think they're weak, that they can't do it. And as Christians, Christians have told me, and friends personally have said, I don't want to share that I'm depressed because how does that make sense when I'm a Christian and I'm supposed to have God's Spirit in me, giving me power, love, and a sound mind? And people quote scripture over me, or they say, okay, if we just pray over you, you're going to get better instantly. And church, we have done some serious damage to people that struggle with mental health. And we need to take a step back and recalibrate and say, whoa, there's a lot of parts here with mental health struggles. There's absolutely prayer and faith, and there's a spiritual aspect, but there's also physical and this whole holistic view of us. And there's going to be need of doctors, and there's going to be a need of naturopaths, and there's going to be need of counselors and therapists, and there's going to be need, of course, of community, and especially church community, to rally and care and not judge people as they recover, as they journey, as they struggle with mental health. So that's the backstory. I wanted to do this show because I think See Hear Love needs to talk more about helping people, inspiring people, encouraging people through the challenges. And especially for someone who has gone through it and still has those triggers, I think it was important for me as the host to be honest about my own journey. So I hope you're encouraged by it. And that's the backstory of this mental health show.